Hi, this is Lara at Elliott Wave Stock Market with a free Dow analysis for you for the trading session dated Wednesday 16th of March. I'm recording this video 10:45 PM in the evening New York time on Wednesday the 16th. This is my main wave count for the Dow, which is bullish. I expect that this downwards movement, which has now nicely overshot this wide blue parallel channel, I expect that this is a fourth wave at blue or minor degree, within wave C impulse to the upside to end a primary wave 2 zigzag. So when this C wave at pink degree is complete, we should see a trend change for the Dow and some further upwards movement to new highs. At 12,519, wave C black will reach 0.618, the length of wave A black. This wave count expects no new all-time highs for the Dow. We should not see movement above 14,198. To the downside, movement below 10,720 will invalidate this wave count. That's the high of wave 1 blue off to the left of the chart, and this is because wave 4 should not overlap wave 1 within an impulse. We may see a slightly bigger overshoot of this C wave before price turns back in. The structure requires a little further downwards movement to complete it. We may also keep drawing these trend lines around this triangle and extend them outwards, and the point at which in time they cross over may very well see a trend change. This doesn't always work, but it works often enough for us to look out for that. That's in a few days. Taking you now to the hourly chart, where this high for pink B is this pink B up here. This is the end of the triangle and the start of pink wave C impulse to the downside. We have a nice impulse down for a first wave. And wave C was not over there, that was just wave 1 within wave C. A zigzag up for a second wave. A third wave down now complete, and now we should be expecting a little bit more upwards movement for wave 4 green, which may not move into wave 1 green price territory. Therefore, this wave count at the hourly chart level is invalidated in the short term with movement above 11,888. When this correction for this fourth wave at green degree is over, and it may end around about the fourth wave of 1 lesser degree, it may come to touch the end of wave 1, so it may touch 11,888, but it may not move above that point. It may end up around here with a strong overshoot of this green parallel channel, or it may end closer to the upper edge of this parallel channel. When it's over and it's a satisfactory three-wave structure, we should expect a trend change and another wave to the downside for wave 5 green to end a 5-wave impulse for wave C pink at around about 11,523. Wherever wave 4 green ends, we should expect wave 5 green is likely to be about 365 points in length. There are some quite nice Fibonacci ratios within this downwards movement. Wave 3 green is 36 points short of 1.618, the length of wave 1 green. Considering wave 3 is 555 points in length, 36 points off a decent Fibonacci ratio isn't too bad, but it's not the best ratio either. Within wave 1 green, wave 3 orange is 4 points short of 4.236, the length of this very short first wave, and the fifth wave has no Fibonacci to ratio to either 3 or 1. Within wave orange 3 of this first green wave down, wave 3 purple has no Fibonacci ratio to wave 1, but wave 5 is 10 points longer than equality with 1. Within wave 3 green downwards, wave 3 orange here, ending here with a slightly truncated fifth wave, is 2 points longer than 2.618, the length of the first wave, and this fifth wave here is 2 points short of equality with the third. So there's some very nice Fibonacci ratios at orange degree within this piece of movement down here. Within the third wave, at orange degree here, wave 3 purple has no Fibonacci ratio to wave 1, but wave 5 is truncated and it's 8 points longer than equality with 1. And within the final fifth wave down, the third wave at purple degree has no Fibonacci ratio to the first, and the fifth wave is 22 points short of 0.618, the length of the third. Quite a nice, reasonable Fibonacci ratio there. Within this third wave at green degree, We have an ABC zigzag with a truncated C wave for wave 2 orange and a triangle for wave 4 orange. I expect, although it's quite a long A wave for this triangle, but the rest of the structure does look correct for a triangle. So I expect there's a nice guideline of alternation there. We should be expecting one final movement downwards. No matter how we label all of this, it still does not have quite an impulsive wave count, so it needs one more downwards wave to end it, and then the Dow will be due for a trend change. If it keeps going down, and if we see a really strong breach of this trend channel on the daily chart, then we're going to have to more seriously consider this possibility. I've tried to look for a bearish alternate that does not see a triangle in this position. We could have A, B, C, and wave 2 pink could end here, but my big problem with that, and the reason why I'm not going to consider it as a valid possibility, is this downwards piece of movement here, which would be wave B within a zigzag. When we look at it on the hourly chart, is a very, very strong and clear 5-wave impulse. Trying to see that as a B wave would be stretching the rules far too much. It's possible then, therefore, I've considered that wave 2 pink could have been over here. No problem with this down as a first wave. This is fine as a correction for a second wave, but when we come to this piece of movement here, it's got a really strong 3-wave look. I've considered the possibility of a leading diagonal from this point down here as the first wave within a third, but it just doesn't really have the right look. And from this point on downwards, as I just went over with you on the hourly chart, that has a really strong impulsive count. It has a strong impulsive look, it sits nicely in a trend channel, and there's some fabulous Fibonacci ratios in there. So I expect that this was a triangle, and it was over here. The subwaves are all correct. There's only one which is not a zigzag or zigzag combination. It all fits really nicely as a triangle. It is possible to have a triangle as the sole structure of a second wave correction. It's just extremely rare. So therefore this wave count is technically valid, it just has a very low probability, and I'm only really going to seriously consider it if we have a strong trend channel breach, which indicates that it may be correct. It will be confirmed if we see price move below 10,720, so that's where the main wave counts strongly invalidated. At that point we can be pretty confident that this is primary 3 downwards. I expect this is just the end of the 4th wave correction. That wave count does have the highest probability. So we should see one more wave down and then some upwards movement from the Dow. That's all for me with your Dow analysis, and I hope that everyone else is having a fabulous day.